Thank Sitaram, Sitaram everyone. Thank you Prabhakarji for that wonderful introduction to what we are going to witness next. And thank you Supriya. And a small request, all of you please switch off your mobile devices either to silent mode or to totally switch it off. As we move on to the next segment of today's program, we recall the very early days of our Ramayana Sloka classes, where many of today's presenters who were just 6 or 7 years old at that time, with gaps in their teeth, smiling away with the big gateways of India. As their Sloka teachers, we were amazed and were very happy to see them as confident study paper presenters today. It gives us immense pleasure for that.
Before we move into the actual presentation, we want to again acknowledge our Skypers, the 4 of them, who log in unfailingly every Sunday to join their friends here to learn Ramayana Shlokas. With the very enabling and connecting power of technology, Anand Narasimhan and Anand Narasimhan from Chennai, Anirudh Pedi and Akshit Pedi from Hyderabad continue their Ramayana journey with us, and for this we would like to say a very big Sitaram to them.
Sitaram.
Now for our presentation segment, first up is Anand Narasimhan. Though he is from Chennai, he is going to present the paper for seminar from Madurai in the midst of his travel. Over to you Anand, over to the
Skype team.
Skype team.
While the Skype team is setting up, we would just like to share some information about Anand with you all.
Anand was one of our very first students when we started teaching Sankshepa Ramayanam first. Very enthusiastic and very involved is what we recall of Anand. Every time we chanted Badam Guttena Chikshepa Sampurnam Dasayojanam, the verses which describe Rama throwing Dundubi's skeletons with just a flick of his big toe, Utsmaitva with a smile on his face, Anand would do the same in the class, flick his big toe with a smile on his face. Today, Anand presents his paper on Vishwamitra Maharishi, the Maharishi who woke up Rama with the verses Kausalya, Supraja, Rama, Purva, Sandhya, Pravartati. Over to the Skype team and Anand Narasimhan.
Sitaram everybody.
Sitaram Anand.
Sitaram.
Vishwamitra Maharishi. Where there is a will, there is a way. Namostu Ramaya Sadatmanaya Vege Chatasya Janakatmajaya Namostu Rudrendra Yamani Vedyo Namostu Chandra Kamarudgamebhya. Let there be salutations to Sri Rama together with Lakshmana. Also to that, let there be salutations and to Rudra, Indra, Yama and Vayu. I offer myself at the divine lotus feet of Sri Rama. Today, I will be presenting a paper on the great and illustrious Vishwamitra Maharishi, whose name means friend of the world. Why do I like Vishwamitra? Sage Vishwamitra Maharishi's life has fascinated me because he is the person to follow if you believe in the proverb, where there is a will, there is a way. This includes his determination. After seeing how sage Vashishta could absorb all his divine weapons with just a single staff, we immediately resolved to become a Brahmarishi. Nothing could stop him. This aspect of Vishwamitra Maharishi's his resolve is something that I would love to cultivate. Who is Vishwamitra? Vishwamitra Maharishi is a king who turned into the highest order of rishis, Brahma Rishi. Swami Satyamayananda states in his book Ancient Sages that the Rig Veda, the oldest and most important scripture of the Hindus, mentions Vishwamitra Maharishi. The fifth mandala of this Veda is ascribed to him and his disciples. Various spiritual and mythological books state that he is also sung the Kausalya Suprabhatam in order to wake up Rama. Swami Satyamayananda also states that the spiritual and most powerful Gayatri mantra was revealed to Brahmarishi Vishwamitra Maharishi after his severe penance. He is the distant ancestor of the Pandavas and the Kauravas. He is the uncle of sage Jamadagni, the father of Parashurama, who is an incarnation of Vishnu. Vishwamitra Maharishi's role in Ramayana. Vishwamitra Maharishi performed a sacrifice for the welfare of all beings, but the demons Maricha, Subahu and their army troubled him effusively. He realized that Vishnu had descended to Ayodhya in the form of Rama. He went to Ayodhya to ask Dasharatha to send Rama with him to kill those demons. Dasharatha was reluctant in the beginning, but finally agreed, and Rama and Lakshmana were sent to Vishwamitra Maharishi. As they went with Vishwamitra Maharishi, they were taught the famous Bala Atibala mantra. The first task for the brothers was the killing of the demoness Tataka. It was a fierce duel between Rama and Tataka, when finally the former slew the latter with an arrow which pierced Tataka's heart. Thus, Rama obeys the words of his teacher and earns his complete trust. This episode is described in order for Rama to be bestowed with advanced missiles and weapons by Vishwamitra Maharishi. The three of them then proceed to Vishwamitra Maharishi's hermitage. Vishwamitra Maharishi gave Rama weapons which are classified into three types: Shastra, Astra and Upasamhara Astra, which stand for handheld weapons, projectile missiles that can be invoked by reciting mantras, and counter weapons used to nullify enemies' missiles. The sacrifice was proceeding well and was nearing completion when there was a burst of cloud which was caused by Maricha and Subahu. Rama shot an arrow which threw away Maricha to the sea, which was thousands of miles away, without killing him. Many commentators say that this was done foreseeing the Golden Day episode in the future. Subahu was killed by Rama. The sacrifice culminated well and Vishwamitra Maharishi was highly satisfied. Vishwamitra Maharishi and the other sages persuaded Rama and Lakshmana to go with them and to see the highly auspicious bow of Shiva being worshipped by King Janaka of Vidya. During this time, they visited the ashrama of Bharya and redeemed her of a curse. Valmiki says that Vishwamitra Maharishi asks King Janaka to show the bow to the two princes so that they can be satisfied on beholding it. Janaka was further in giving the two princes the history of the bow. Tulsidas, in his Ramayana, states that after Vishwamitra Maharishi brought Rama and Lakshmana, the divine bow, to Mithila, it was during one of the strolls of Rama around the kingdom that Sita first met Rama and immediately wanted to marry him. Her father, King Janaka, had called for a Swayamvara to take place, where Sita would be given in marriage to the one who was the bow of Shiva. Sita prayed to God's glory in order to help her gain Rama as a husband. Janaka ordered the bow to be brought in front of Rama and Lakshmana as per the orders of Vishwamitra Maharishi. Rama looked at the ensconced bow in the middle, grabbed it by the middle and lifted it. Everyone was stupefied, as it was difficult even to move. Rama strung the bow, and as he tried to check the tautness of the bow, it broke. Janaka knew that it was not human to achieve such a feat. He followed the austerities for Sita Kalyani. Iyam Sita Mama Sutta Sahadharmacharitaha Krati Chachainam Bhadranthe Pani Vritvishapaninam. This is an auspicious sloka which brings out the essence of the Sita Kalyani. Sita is given in marriage to Rama, Urmila to Lakshmana, Mandavi to Bharata, and Shrutakirti to Lakshmana. Vishwamitra Maharishi's role in Ramayana has been detailed through these incidents in my paper. My Ramayana teacher once said that Vishwamitra Maharishi is a powerhouse of knowledge, and it is only befitting that Rama and Lakshmana have been imparted the knowledge of using Astras and Shastras by him. Vishwamitra Maharishi appears from Sarga 18 to 74 of the Balakanda in the Valmiki Ramayana. In conclusion, elders say that the Paratma of Rama has been shown to the world by Vishwamitra Maharishi, even though Vasishtha and other sages knew about it. I read that despite being an incarnation, Rama exhibited humility towards Vishwamitra Maharishi when he had to wait for the orders from the Guru. This made Vishwamitra Maharishi shed copious tears. I pray to God that by reading these, I remain humble like Rama. I offer myself at the feet of my Guru and God, for having inspired me to choose this topic. Sri Prabhatar Mama and Srimati Sarir Mami have been venerable guides to me. They answered all my questions and cleared my doubts, however trivial they were. In this paper, they have taken pains to correct me in various places and help me understand Ramayana better. I express my deep-felt gratitude to the members of the Ramayana forum who have taken pains to connect us to Skype for this presentation, making it a global presentation. Thank you everyone. Jai Sitaram.